Hey everyone, I've been away for a bit due to some real life commitments, but now I'm back. I've seen some huge changes in our local Lorcana scene, or actually lack thereof. It's got me thinking, is Lorcana on its way out already? Let's go down to my local game store and check out what's happening firsthand. A couple months ago, our local game store was buzzing. The first Starter Deck tournament pulled in a lively crowd of 27. Wait, I can see you falling asleep. Don't worry, I got you. I'm gonna throw up some Minecraft parkour for you. Maybe a little Subway Surfers down here. Oh, might as well throw in some Lorcana gameplay. There we go, this is the right type of video. Anyways, now we're down to about 6 players. I didn't want to film inside, but I promise you there's only 6 people in there. Hopefully next week it'll be a little bit better because the set championships are going on, but right now it's looking pretty grim. Now, before you start screaming, Lorcana's dead, Lorcana's dead. I live in Kansas. I don't know if you know this, but Kansas is probably the least Lorcana enthusiastic location in the United States. So I wouldn't let that get to your head. And honestly, I only have one local game store within an hour drive of me. Let's go over to Google Trends and check out that chart. Now, as you can see with the last year's graph, the graph is teasing us with higher lows and lower highs, suggesting a potential breakout. It's nearing a recent peak, which might act as a resistance, but if it pushes past, who knows? You might see some significant growth. If you draw this line here and that line there and then follow this crazy indicator and do a circle loop-de-loop around this thing. Bro, shut up. This isn't the stock market. Actually using Google Trends correctly, we can see that Lorcana doesn't have as much interest as it originally started with. However, it is keeping a significant amount of its base, but it's actually had a decent amount of retention. This is good to see. Now, when you compare it to Magic the Gathering or Yu-Gi-Oh!, it doesn't even come close, but it's actually really surprising to see if you compare it to something like Hearthstone or Pokemon trading card game. It's actually competing with them fairly well, and in some points, actually overtaking them. Now, I know Pokemon trading card game, you might not search Pokemon trading card game, you might not search Pokemon TCG. I don't really know what you search to look for Pokemon trading cards, but you know, for the sake of the video, I'm just gonna leave it as it is and be happy with this chart. The last statistic I'm going to use to try to figure out if Lorcana's dying is going to be the engagement on Lorcana content. And as you can see, my channel is not doing too hot. I promise you it has nothing to do with the fact that I haven't made a video in like 6 months or something like that. But don't worry, I'm back. And if I get, hey Tony, how many subscribers do we need for another video? Just one. If I get one more subscriber, then I'll make another video. So subscribe if you want more Lorcana content, I guess, from me. Other Lorcana channels are actually doing pretty well, getting around 10,000 viewers, and some of the greatest videos getting around 500,000. Really can't complain with those numbers. But honestly, it seems like Lorcana might be following Pokemon's path. There being a lot more collectors and a lot less actual players. The reason I'm starting to think that is because cards like this Elsa are going for an insane amount of money. But my local store doesn't have very many participants. I think Ravensburger is doing a great job though releasing these Lorcana promos as tournament prizes. That's going to ensure that collectors move from the sidelines and maybe get into play to take their chance at getting one of these Lorcana promos instead of having to buy them for like $500 to $900. Like, who is paying that? I can't. I'd have to take out a second mortgage. Yeah, I'm just looking to like get a loan, you know? No, not a student loan. No, not a home loan. Yeah, a Lorcana card loan. Yeah, that's fine, right? I think the game's actually going pretty strong, which is impressive considering it's been out, what, 8 months now, I think? Don't quote me on that. I didn't look anything up for that. If it did end up fizzling out, there would be 2 causes in my mind. One, is it's a Magic the Gathering clone, or Hearthstone clone, really. The only difference between it and Hearthstone is you have to allow your opponent to go face before you can kill its creatures, characters, monsters, whatever. Most people who want to play Magic the Gathering or Hearthstone are playing Magic the Gathering or Hearthstone. Those games already exist. I would like to see Lorcana stray away from something that's like play a resource and then play a card, as we've already seen that 1,000 times. With a great IP like Disney, a new mechanic, a new gameplay style, would have been suiting, especially considering the top 3 card games, Yu-Gi-Oh!, Magic, and Pokemon, all play completely differently. They're not even remotely the same, and I think there's a good reason for that. Second reason is they're releasing just cards way too fast, I think. I think maybe 4 months would probably be a better middle ground than 3. The issue for this is because it was 6 weeks into the first set, and they were already starting to tease the second set. I wasn't even done building my deck yet. I didn't even have all the cards, but I already started thinking to myself, What's the point of buying more cards and building this deck out when there's already going to be new decks coming in here in 6 weeks? I might as well just start test playing for that. And that's kind of an absurd thing to think about, that I'm going to be doing that every 6 weeks. Those are just my complaints though, and I'm sure a lot of you disagree with that. And honestly, I think the Lorcana community is one of the greatest communities ever made. And the game seems to be going very strongly. I wouldn't be surprised if it overtook Hearthstone within the next few months, and maybe start catching up to Yu-Gi-Oh! Here in another year or so. As long as Ravenburgers keep supporting competitive play, I think there's a good chance that this game sticks around for a long time. Let me know down here below your thoughts on Lorcana, and I'll see you later. Bye.